In the depths of America's untamed wilderness, a storm unlike any other raged for 7 days and 7 nights. Amid the tempest, an extraordinary baby was born to a simple lodger family, Paul Bunyan, a newborn so massive that it took 5 storks to carry him to his parents. His first cry shook the cabin and toppled trees for miles around. From the beginning, it was clear that Paul was destined for greatness. As Paul grew, so did his appetite. His mother cooked pancakes on a griddle the size of a barn door, and his father built a cradle from the hull of a ship. By the time Paul was a toddler, his playthings were entire ox carts and boulders. The wilderness seemed to whisper his name, as if nature itself recognized his grandeur. One bitterly cold winter, the snow fell so deep it turned forest into frosty labyrinths. One day, while Paul was exploring, he discovered an unusual sight. A young ox completely frozen in the snow. The yoke's fur had turned an unnatural shade of blue due to the cold. Paul rescued the animal, brought it home, and named it Babe. Under Paul's care, Babe grew to match his master in size and strength. Babe's antics quickly became legendary. Together, Paul and Babe carved paths through the snowy wilderness, helping stranded settlers and clearing roads for trade. It wasn't long before their bond became inseparable, setting the stage for their incredible adventures. As Paul reached adulthood, the forests of America became his playground. With an axe forged from the finest steel, Paul cleared trees at a pace that left ordinary lumberjacks in awe. Legend has it that Paul's steps carved the Mississippi River, as he dragged his axe behind him to create a pathway for commerce. Babe proved invaluable, pulling entire logs that no team of horses could budge. Together, they worked tirelessly, helping settlers build towns and railroads. The wilderness began to yield to their combined might, but Paul never lost his love for the untamed beauty of nature. Paul's appetite remained as legendary as his strength. On one occasion, a logging camp couldn't keep up with his hunger for pancakes. To solve the problem, Paul built a griddle so large it had to be greased by skating across it, with slabs of bacon strapped to his feet. The pancake feast became an annual tradition, drawing lumberjacks from across the nation. Babe, too, enjoyed the festivities, often consuming stacks of pancakes nearly as tall as Paul himself. These gatherings solidified Paul and Babe's place in the hearts of those who lived and worked in the wilderness. One winter, a monstrous blizzard swept across the land, threatening to bury entire towns under mountains of snow. Paul and Babe sprang into action, carving out paths and rescuing settlers trapped in their homes. Using his immense strength, Paul hurled snowbanks aside, while Babe's mighty hooves stomped trails through the drifts. When the storm finally subsided, Paul's heroics became the stuff of legend. The townsfolk celebrated his bravery, and Paul's deeds were immortalized in song and story. While traveling through the Midwest, Paul and Babe encountered a region plagued by drought. Paul decided to create a series of lakes to provide water for settlers and wildlife. With his massive shovel, Paul dug deep basins, while Babe used his strength to haul water from distant rivers. The result was the creation of the Great Lakes, a gift that transformed the region into a thriving hub of agriculture and trade. The lakes stood as a testament to Paul's ingenuity and generosity. The demand for lumber grew as America expanded westward. Paul and Babe led logging crews that worked faster and harder than any others. Paul devised innovative techniques, such as creating the first sawmill powered by Babe's strength. These advancements revolutionized the industry and made Paul an icon of progress. Despite the hard work, Paul's humor and camaraderie kept morale high. His tales of exaggerated exploits, like wrestling bears and drinking rivers dry, kept his crew entertained through even the toughest days. Not everyone admired Paul's success. A rival lodger named Dirk Ironjaw McGraw challenged Paul to a contest, claiming he could fell more trees in a day. The competition drew a massive crowd, eager to witness the clash of titans. Paul's skill and determination proved unbeatable. By sunset, he had felled an entire forest, while Dirk could barely keep up. Paul's victory cemented his reputation as the greatest lodger of all time. As Paul and Babe traveled across the country, they left their mark in more ways than one. Babe's colossal hooves created valleys and lakes wherever they stepped. Farmers and settlers often found their land improved by the pair's passage, with fertile soil and ample water supplies. Paul took pride in the positive impact he and Babe had on the land. They were not just conquerors of nature but stewards who helped shape the nation's future. As America grew more settled, Paul began to feel restless. The frontier called to him, urging him to seek new challenges. With Babe by his side, Paul ventured into uncharted territories, helping to tame the wilderness and pave the way for future generations. Paul's adventures took him to distant mountains and vast deserts, each new challenge feeding his insatiable appetite for exploration and discovery. One night, while camped in the Arctic, Paul and Babe witnessed the dazzling display of the northern lights. Inspired, Paul decided to create a spectacle of his own. Using giant mirrors and bonfires, he crafted a light show that illuminated the night sky, bringing joy and wonder to all who saw it. This act of creativity showcased Paul's boundless imagination and cemented his legacy as more than just a lodger. He was a true giant of the human spirit. As Paul grew older, he sensed that his time in the spotlight was coming to an end. He hosted a grand feast, inviting everyone he had ever helped. The celebration lasted for days, filled with laughter, stories, and songs. Paul and Babe's larger-than-life presence brought people together, reminding them of the power of unity and friendship. One day, Paul and Babe disappeared into the wilderness, leaving behind only their stories. Some say they ventured to the edge of the world, while others believe they ascended to the stars. Wherever they went, their legend lived on, inspiring generations to dream big and embrace the impossible. To this day, the impact of Paul Bunyan and Babe's deeds can be seen in the forests, rivers, and lakes of America. Their tale is a testament to the boundless potential of the human spirit, reminding us that even the wildest dreams can leave an enduring mark on the world. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, please give a like and subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss any update from us. Share this story with your friends.